Here's why I believe that Mars Argo is gonna make a comeback before the pandemic hit, and why I think that as soon as the situation improves, she's gonna make that big comeback that she's been hinting at.
Ever since the day that you went away, you went away.
Hi guys, my name is Andra and I make commentary videos. If you want to see more, please subscribe to my channel. I'm still fairly new to this, but I'm really enjoying it so far. So, the Mars Argo situation, if you're familiar with it, after the lawsuit between her and Titanic Sinclair and Poppy, which by the way I love both of them, I feel like if they could ever talk, then their mental health would improve because they are both survivors. And I know it's not possible for them to make a reconciliation right now because Poppy is not allowed legally to talk to her, but I don't know obviously what Mars Argo would want, but you know, for me, in my opinion, they could bond over what happened to both of them, because now we know that Poppy has also been a victim of Titanic's abusive tendencies, and I love both of them in different ways. I hope both of them are okay with what's been going on. So, Mars Argo has disappeared from social media when the whole situation was going on, and most of the videos of her have been deleted from YouTube and reposted by other channels. And her official channel currently has 3 videos. As we now know, she's the one who has the rights of the name Mars Argo and of the channel, so that means that she's the one who intentionally left these 3 videos. And if you want to know more about the lawsuit and why she got the rights to do this, please check out one of my favorite channels, Edwin's Generation. He details everything about the lawsuit on his channel, and we're gonna break down what videos she's left and why, and then we're gonna discuss what's going on with her Tumblr, because that's the only social media platform in which she started being active as of now. So, her 3 videos that she's left are Runaway, Runaway, Delete Your Facebook, and Using You. So, for me, that's a story on its own. So she ran away from an abusive relationship, erased all traces of her on social media so that he cannot harass her. And the song Using You, when they sing off using you, it sounds like abusing you. So that's another hint of the duality of a relationship. You are using the other person for your own happiness and your own pleasure, but at the same time that person is abusing you. So on the video Runaway, Runaway, you can see in the background that Titanic Sinclair is getting shot, and her, Brittany, she's in the foreground and she's just there, she doesn't care about what's going on. So I feel like that's also a symbolism that she left there deliberately. So her Tumblr has only started being active as of recently, but I feel like she's been hinting a lot at her comeback on the questions that she's received and answered, so we're gonna break that down now. So for a while now, her last post was her resolution of the lawsuit, and she said, so that I remember this date and time. And I think that's a very, very important mindset to have when you remember the worst moments of your life, and the moment you're finally able to move on from that, it's gonna make you stronger in the long run. I am a survivor of a very manipulative, abusive relationship in my past, and I'm still recovering, even though it's been many years now. It's been just almost 6 years, and it hurts to this day sometimes, and I'm trying to move on from it, and I hope that she's doing the same, and I hope that she's gonna be okay. So after that, she kind of disappeared for a while, and then she started answering people's questions, and someone told her, "You are so awesome, I'm glad to see that you're okay. I was a bit worried when you were gone for a few years, but I'm happy to see that you're back." And she said, "I was a bit worried too." So I think that plays out into, you know, am I ever gonna have the courage to publicly make myself look vulnerable or interact with people that I don't know on the internet without the fear that is, you know, is this person still watching everything I do? Because he's not allowed to interact with her publicly, but he can still check on what she's doing without her knowing. So that is definitely a big fear that people have, and I understand that she's very self-aware Someone asked her when or if you start releasing music again, will it be all new or some older unreleased stuff like Save Me, Doctor, etc. I love you, I will always support you 1000%. And she said all new. So I think that's a very good move for her to just be able to move on and leave everything behind, because I feel like if she were to record or sing the old songs, she would be reminded of all the negative emotions that came with it. So I'm happy to see that she's leaving all that behind. Someone else messaged, your art makes me feel safe when I don't. And she said, that's interesting because I definitely wasn't feeling safe for a long time. I hope you feel safe now. I'm truly hoping the best for you. Someone asked, are you safe now? I think so, I hope so. So you can see already that she's slowly but surely moving on, which is great. I cut my hair short and went blonde for you. And she said my hair is brown, which I think is weird given how Poppy has also dyed her hair back to a dark color after she stopped collaborating with Titanic Sinclair. So, you know, I'm very happy to see that these women are moving on from the fake persona that this man has built for them, because they both had similar style, similar patterns of speech, and I'm happy to see that they're changing and maybe being more true to themselves. Someone's message, sorry for being impatient, but I could use a dose of your new music as soon as possible. And she said, I get it. So she's not denying that there's gonna be new music. So I think that's great. And obviously people are impatient, which is maybe hard for her because people are putting pressure on her. But it's still good to be validated in the way that people are excited to hear from you. It means that people still care about her. So I think she needs that. She also got a message saying, you're a butterfly, don't you ever forget that. And she said, I think that I finally am. Which is a very, very interesting choice of, you know, a creature. Because the butterfly is all about metamorphosis from a caterpillar to a cocoon. And then shedding that cocoon and moving on and being vulnerable and beautiful. Because the butterflies have such slim wings that could be clipped so easily, but at the same time they are so beautiful and so free. And I think that works for her. This metaphor is great, or analogy, or whatever you want to call it. And someone else said, release your music, we are ready for you to take over the world already. And she said, do you think that's going to happen in regards to taking over the world? She did not deny once again that the music is gonna come, so that's one more reason for me to believe that it will. And someone messaged, getting out of your cocoon, and she said, can you tell? I feel like we can, yeah, because you started being more public again, and that's amazing for your mental health, especially in a time like this when everyone is isolated. For you to be able to communicate even with strangers and not isolate yourself, that's great for you, I think. And someone said, a few of your tracks have suddenly surfaced on iTunes and Spotify, are you behind it? And she said no, which I think that's to some extent terrifying. I don't think it's Titanic because he's not allowed, so I think someone else maybe leaked them. I'm not too sure. When I listen to her music, it's on YouTube from like people who reposted it, so I actually did not know that this happened until I read it. How does it feel having Using You become popular from the app TikTok? And she said, fucking weird. I can understand the song that is about this mutually abusive relationship being viral between teenagers that don't know the whole story and the background of it. That must be very weird for her, to say the least. Will you use your real name or still go by Mars Argo when you come back? And she did not respond. I think it's gonna be either her real name, like Brittany Sheets, or it's gonna be an entirely new nickname. I don't think she would want to be associated with Mars Argo after everything that's happened with that, because it would still remind her of Titanic, but obviously I don't know these people, so... I have this feeling that if you're coming back, that will be a huge blow up, and she said, do you think so? So again, not denying it means confirming it to me. Weird question, but are you annoyed about people asking you to come back and do music? Thank you for your question. No, I'm not annoyed. I have a lot to say about this and look forward to opening up about it. I just don't think this is the time or the best way to fully address it. So this is where my theory is coming from. She said this is not the time to address it, which I think it means because of the virus and everything. She doesn't want to make the situation about herself, and also she doesn't want her creative process to be hindered by the circumstances. I think for her it's not just about the music, it's about the music video and everything surrounding the music and the artistic process, and not being able to film outside of the house, not being able to have more people filming with you would hinder that process. And I think when she makes a comeback, she's gonna want to have more than just a song. She's gonna want video, she's gonna want artistic direction, and that's my reasoning for thinking that she was planning to make a comeback, but then this happened. But I feel like 2020 was the year when she was planning this. Hey, I just wanted you to know I really want to hear you sing again because your voice is so beautiful. Please sing again. I love you so much. And she said I'm singing, which is great that she has the strength to continue to sing even in her room by herself, because I feel like, you know, all her songs are probably now reminding her of negative emotions surrounding Titanic, so it's good to see that she hasn't let him take her voice, because for so long he's had ownership of her voice and now she's claiming it back. I hope I don't die from the virus before you come back, and she said likewise. So yeah, I think that's gonna be soon. Just remember to never let people pressure you. Take all the time you need to heal and make sure you're comfortable before doing anything. We love you. And she said my heart. Perhaps a little hint about how much more we have to wait. Instead, I'm sorry, I like surprises. So I think when she comes back, it's gonna be random and unannounced with no advertising behind it. You're just gonna see the video and you'll be like, oh my god, she's coming back. And she's not gonna make it a big deal until she actually releases something, in my opinion. And she also posted lyrics. I believe I like the light on in the city when it sleeps, let's call us friends. So I think that's like lyrics of something that she's been writing. Another set of lyrics: I don't like feeling underwater, like I need to come up, and I prefer it when it's silent, so why do you wake me up? I think again it's the same. It sounds something related to Titanic, because like waking up means, you know, coming back to the social media world, like the opening up about people, I think. Have you been posting new lyrics or just random poems? They're amazing nonetheless, and she said lyrics, so yeah, that just confirms. I'm glad for you being who you are, and she put a smiley face. And then since that, she's only been responding to like birthday wishes and stuff. Apparently her birthday is on 4/20, which I think is really funny. But yeah, my theory is this: she's gonna come back as soon as the situation with the virus settles. She's gonna make a few music videos that are gonna be really cool. She's gonna keep the brown hair to differentiate herself from the Mars Argo persona, and she's probably gonna use either her real name or a new one. But I'm more inclined to believe it's gonna be her real name, because when she tried to use the new name, I think it was like Guppy or something, Titanic pretty much stole it from her. So I think she's gonna try to just be herself, because no one can take that away from her. So if you like this video and you want me to make a commentary video about anyone else, please let me know if you have any ideas or suggestions, and I'm gonna try to make it possible. Thank you so much for watching. See you.